Everybody, it's Brian, and I'm back to extend upon the KDS Flymentor system that I introduced a few weeks ago. And today I'm going to talk about setting it up. So this is not setting up the helicopter per se, but the Flymentor 3-axis gyro stabilizer system and the position hold. So we're going to look over the helicopter and see how we need to set that up with our radio so that it works and we can set up and get ourselves flying. So the first thing you need to do is set up your radio, and the radio has to be set up in obviously a helicopter mode, but in a single servo mode. Most helicopters these days are CCPM, cyclic and collective pitch mixing, and that is a computer radios will do that for you in the transmitter and then send the signals to the servos on the helicopter. The Flymentor does that mixing for you, so we need to just say that the aileron is one channel, the pitch is another channel, and the elevator is another channel. So however you need to do that in your radio, it's going to be like a single servo or a mechanical mix setup. The next thing we need to do is disconnect the motor on your helicopter. What we're going to do is there's going to be the 3 leads to your brushless motor. Unplug 2 of those and you'll be good to go. We just don't want the motor turning when we're doing this, and that's the safest way to do it. The next thing we're going to do is connect all of the servos. Now, the Flymentor works as the receiver is going to get your signals from the radio. The receiver then connects to the Flymentor system with nearly all the channels, and it's going to do the mixing and the gyro stabilization. Then your servos are going to plug into the Flymentor system so that the Flymentor essentially has complete control of the helicopter. The servos have to be set up in a specific way, and that's all the way down in the manual. So follow the steps there as to which channel goes into which, and then plug the servos into the Flymentor, and you should be good to go. Okay, next, we're going to make an assumption that you've installed all the software that came with the Flymentor onto your computer. This includes the HeliBattle software and then the driver for the USB connector. Once that's done, we want to connect the helicopter to the computer so we can make their adjustments. You need to power on the helicopter and your radio, obviously, because you want to initialize everything. So turn your radio on, plug the helicopter in, again making sure that the motor is disconnected from at least 2 of those motor wires. Once that's running, you can plug the USB cable, first of all, into the Flymentor system, so the helicopter side, and then afterwards plug it into the computer. Once you've got the helicopter and the Flymentor system connected to the computer, what we're going to do is read the settings from Flymentor. So that's this button here, and it's going to download all the settings. The first thing we need to do is click onto the servo tab. We're going to operate the collective on the helicopter and see how it goes. The swash should move up and down on this particular helicopter, but whichever way it's supposed to go. So the collective should be up and down. Then reverse the servos in HeliBattle so that they all move together and you get the correct movement of the swash. Once that's done, click into the control tab, operate your elevator and aileron, and then reverse them as needed. So most helicopters, if you move the aileron to the right, the swash plate should rotate to the right or lean to the right. Move the stick forward, the swash plate should lean forward as well. Reverse the controls so that it works this way. And you can also take the time to make sure that your tail is moving the correct direction. Then what we can do, once that's all sorted out, is make sure that the stabilization works properly. So just pick up the helicopter and tilt it. If you tilt it forward, the swash plate should mix back. If you tilt it to the left, then the swash plate should move to the right, like it's going to correct. And that will assure you that that is all working. If that's not working, what you need to do is go and reverse everything that you've done. So go to the servos, reverse all those, and then reverse your controls. And hopefully that'll sort that problem out. That's pretty much it. That should be all you need to do to get the KDS Flymentor set up. The next thing we're going to do is take it out for a flight. This is the KDS Flymentor and the KDS 450S, which is available at SN Hobbies and snhobbies.com.